Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing my advanced level modeling class. Okay, so this is the advanced level, which means we have a beginner level and an intermediate level as well. If you haven't seen the beginner level video, in that video we take quite a bit of time discussing with you auditions and how to prepare for auditions and how to practice and get ready for auditions and what to do as you're getting started in your modeling career and pursuits. And then in our intermediate level, we discuss posing with angles and standing and sitting inside, outside, and we talk a little bit more about what you can do to get some auditions. So in this advanced modeling video, we're going to start out with talking about posing with a product. Now, posing with a product is very important. This is you can have lots of different products. Sometimes it's clothing, sometimes it's something you'll hold in your hand, sometimes it's something you'll wear like a watch or earrings or a hat or even shoes. But posing with a product, you want to offer lots of different options for the photographer with the product. And the important part here is to remember that when you're posing with a product, it's not about you in the photograph. So you have to remember what's the most important thing in this picture, and that is the product. So that's what you want to spend most of your time showcasing. And yes, you want to use everything that you've learned as far as posing is concerned, but you want to make sure that as you're doing those poses that you're showcasing what the product is, because that's what the shoot is about and that's what's so important. Just like when you do runway walks, it's about the clothing. When you're doing posing with a product, it's about the product. So make sure that that's what's most important and foremost in the posing that you're doing. Next up, let's talk about posing in a group. So in a group, we're talking about 2, 3, or more people when you're posing in a group with people. And something that's really important, especially if you're working with a group of people that you don't know, and generally that's going to be the case, you have a tendency to not be as close physically with them, but it's going to create a really awkward photo if you don't, really invest it or shorten really that time. So you want to take some time, before the shoot to kind of get to chat up with the people that you're going to be shooting with, if you have that opportunity, to help kind of ease that a little bit so it doesn't feel so awkward when you're first shooting with them and you're literally like just so close together. And then the other thing that's really important when posing with a group is to connect yourself to the other people somehow. So whoever's next to you, you want to connect with them somehow, whether you set an elbow on their shoulder or you cross in behind them so that you're overlapping with them, or you can put your arm around their waist or around their shoulders or anything like that, so that you're physically connecting and closing in the gaps that are between you, because those are really amplified in the photo when you have spaces in between people in photos. So you don't want to have so much space between you that it's going to look awkward, because you're gonna have to do the shoot for a long time if you have to work doing through something like that. The next thing is, as we're talking about posing with a group, is etiquette during a photo shoot. And this is something that has been a challenge sometimes, is you get people who show up, and it's important even when you're shooting with an influencer. If you're an influencer and you're going to a shoot, yes, you want to create some content while you're there, but you're also being paid for your time, and you don't want to waste time. You don't want to take a bunch of time of, hey, let's take a bunch of selfies. If there's a break and there's an appropriate time to do that, then you can do that. But if there's not a time to do that, just kind of take the time to, take the temperature of the room and say, okay, this is going to be really hardworking group and we're not going to take a lot of breaks. We have a short amount of time to get this work done. Then that's just what's going to happen, and you won't be able to, gather a bunch of content. Now, if it's a longer shoot and they say, hey, we're going to take some breaks and, you can catch your breath, and then you can use that time to gather content if that's what you want. If you're an influencer and you want to do that and take some selfies or take some, pictures and things like that. But don't waste time, and don't expect that someone is going to be doing, behind the scenes photos for you if it's not an appropriate setting for that. So make sure that you figure all that out, as you arrive, and just kind of look around, and you'll figure that out pretty easily as you arrive to the shoot and know, hey, this is no nonsense, or hey, this will be a little bit more laid back, or whatever the case may be. The same is for etiquette after a photo shoot. You want to always be grateful for the opportunity that you've been given for the photo shoot. So always thank those that were involved in booking you for that. And then also you want to, if it's not going to be a problem for you, make sure that you ask if you can promote the shoot or the product that you were involved in for the photo shoot as well. So if you can say, hey, I went to this photo shoot for, this new product, new skin product that we're doing, or, these new earrings that are coming out. Anything like that is very encouraging, especially to those that you're working with, because they know that you're invested in the project and you're invested in the product that is being promoted. So you definitely want to make sure that you take the time to promote the shoot and the product afterwards, as long as there's no issues with letting people know about that after the fact. Next, let's talk about some comp card basics. And we have a full video on comp cards, but I want to talk about the fact that you want to have different looks. So you don't want to wear the same thing for all of the pictures that are going to be on your comp card. Make sure you have up-to-date measurements. So if you change at all in sizes or measurements, make sure that those are updated always on your comp card, so you don't have to scratch stuff out, or like if you moved or changed your phone number, or even if you change your hairstyle or anything like that. It's very important to update your comp cards so that they are up to date of what you actually look like, because the last thing you want is to submit a comp card for something and then they're like, you look nothing like this. And we're not really that interested, because we wanted someone that looked like the comp card. So make sure that you're updating those. The other really important thing about comp cards is that they are professionally done. This is something that you need to invest in. It's not a place where you take shortcuts or where you try to, cheap out. You want to make sure that they're professional photos. It's laid out professionally like a real comp card, and that they are printed professionally as well. This isn't something that you're printing out at home or at the local, Kinko's or FedEx or whatever. You want these professionally printed. So make sure that you take care of that. And when you're using your comp cards, you're going to be looking to submit those likely to agencies as well. Some of the things that you want to look for in an agency is you want an agency that isn't taking in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients, because the bigger their clients base is, then the less the opportunities really for you with that agency. You want an agency that is actively looking for jobs for the models. So if you are on social media, you can see, hey, this agency has got this many jobs for their models. That's amazing. And also you'll be able to see, hey, it's the same model every time that's in all of their shoots or different things like that. So keep an eye out, because you'll get a lot of information just from the social medias of the different agencies. And just keep in mind what you're looking for in an agency as well, because that will help you to really narrow down what the chances are of applying for different agencies and being able to pair with someone that matches up with what your needs are as a model. looking for representation. Hopefully, guys, this advanced modeling video was very helpful to you. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Sign up for notifications so that you can know when we update a new video. And give me a like on this video. Leave me a comment down below how things are going with your modeling career, or if you have any questions with us about modeling. And we hope to see you soon.